Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. New month, new year, new hair. And if you're a new subscriber, make sure to hit that subscribe button, switch your notifications. So obviously every time I push out a video, you get to watch me talk brilliantly in front of the camera. So today I'm going to be doing a quick one in line with my short reviews that I've been doing for the last 2 months. And today is going to be focused on Faded by my topicals. Now, two really important things I just want to get out of the way is that one, this is not sponsored, this is not advertised. I've seen in some of my videos that people are saying I'm advertising stuff. I'm absolutely not. I'm 100% about this thing. If I'm gonna sponsor something, I'm gonna tell you it's sponsored, and if I'm doing it for the betterment of my people, I'm gonna tell you for it's the betterment of my people. And so let's just get that out of the way. So guys, please don't play with me. Secondly, just a thing for my people that live in the UK is that with my faded, they do not currently, sorry, my topicals, they currently do not ship to the UK. So the only way how I got it was through Nordstrom. They was doing a kind of one-off sale. So that was it. Alternatively, what you can do, and I know some people have been doing this, is get someone in the US or in Canada to buy it and ship it to you. So just for context, in terms of like shipping and tax, it cost me about $50 anyway. So to be honest, it's not gonna be any hardship. I can't imagine, it being more expensive. So don't think that buying it through a retailer would necessarily mean that it's going to be cheaper. So just gonna throw that out there for you guys. But now we've got those two things out of the way, without further ado, let's talk about my topicals. Faded. So this is Faded by My Topicals. It comes in this kind of pink tube. And you know what, this product has honestly been phenomenal. I got it at the end of January. It's now May. So, I've had like about 4 months with it. And I've really seen some really brilliant results. As I've spoken about before in my hyperpigmentation video, is that when you are tackling hyperpigmentation, you want to try, and I'm not necessarily saying that single ingredient products are bad, but you want to try and get multiple ingredients that can tackle the melanogenesis in different ways. Because how I sort out my hyperpigmentation and how you sort out your hyperpigmentation and achieve success, maybe two completely different ways, right? So what you really want to try and make sure is that you have as much ingredients as possible to increase your chances of success. And that's what's really phenomenal. I think its added price point also makes it better. So when I think about, some of it's not necessarily competitors, but other products which are quite similar. So for example, the Mandelic pigment corrector from Allies of Skin, which is phenomenal, also is £89. When I think about the Neoid from the repigment from Neoid, which is £50 as well, this only retails for $36, and when it was on Nordstrom, £28. So again, even from a cost perspective, it's quite effective that you can find something that's so cheap that has a wide range of ingredients, right? So again, you don't really get that often, so I'll kind of bear that in mind. So like I said, it has a multitude of ingredients. A majority of them are actually tyrosinase inhibitors. And what we've discussed is that tyrosinase inhibitors basically looks at the enzyme which essentially causes melanin overproduction, and that's how you get the dark spots, the dark areas on your face. There's a multitude of reasons why this can be caused, from sun exposure to it being, post-inflammatory, so from a cut, a spot, trauma, etc., you name it. So just kind of really bear that in mind. So when I think about its ingredient list, and this is what's really, really important to kind of bear in mind, again, you have a multitude of ingredients. So again, your chances of success will be higher than maybe a single ingredient product. So again, like I said, has a good ingredient list. So some of the ingredients, kojic acid, as we know, tyrosinase inhibitor, it binds with copper and it kind of stops this kind of melanin production through the melanocytes, right? Melanocytes are essentially the cells that produce melanin. You have your azelaic acid, which prevents melanin overproduction, niacinamide, which stops the transfer from melanocytes to the keratinocytes, which on the epidermis, the upper layers of your skin. What else is there? You have licorice root, which contains two different chemicals. It has glabridin, which actually prevents the formation of pigmentation from sun exposure UVB rays, and you also have liquidin, the other chemical within licorice root, which actually helps disperse the overproduction of melanin. Tranexamic acid, which is a really popular ingredient, and data shows us that it's been quite effective in solving pigmentation, especially in regards to melasma. It also has centella leaf extract, which is not at all a tyrosinase inhibitor, but again, it helps with anti-inflammatory. It's anti-inflammatory, helps soothe the skin, and helps keeps free radicals at bay. It has also melatonin, which functions quite similar to niacinamide. So as you can see, you have a multitude of ingredients which literally tackle hyperpigmentation in different ways. Another thing I'll say, and which you've probably noticed from this ingredient list, is that a lot of these ingredients are, antioxidants like kojic acid, or anti-inflammatory like licorice root, centella leaf extract as well. So again, there are some additional added benefits that you're getting on. In terms of how to use it, so you only need a pea-sized amount, and you only need to spread a thin layer on your skin. Now, to be honest, it really depends on your approach. If you have something like dark spots, you can actually have a more targeted approach. So where I have dark spots here, I would apply it right here. I wouldn't touch this side of my face because there's nothing, on there at the moment. So there's no need. And this is how you actually make products like this last, rather than just applying it all over. Again, if you feel like you have discoloration or uneven skin across the board, you may actually want to apply it all over. Now, you typically use this after, cleansing your skin, toning and essence if you're interested. You would use it in the kind of a place of a serum, and then you can put on your moisturizer. Now, they also recommend putting on a moisturizer because it can be quite drying afterwards, despite its kind of moisturizer milky texture. So really bear that in mind. A popular question which I'm going to get, which always comes up when I talk about something to do with hyperpigmentation, is, can I use this product in conjunction with something else? Well, I'm going to say to you, why do you want to do that? Right? So if you've got a product which has 7 ingredients in here, there's no need. What I would recommend is that if you desperately want to use something else, or you feel like you need to use something else, alternate, right? So you can use something in the AM, or maybe you could use it every other day, right? So just, there's no need for you to maybe go in with this and then go in with the Garden of Wisdom, kojic and alpha butane, or go in with alpha butane otherwise after. It just doesn't really make sense in my personal opinion, and I don't think anyone would advise you to, because really what you don't want to do is irritate your skin and then cause rebound hyperpigmentation, and you are back at square one. Aside from that, like I said, with the anti-inflammatory properties, what you will find is that aside from helping with your hyperpigmentation, is that it also helps soothe the skin and reduce swelling. So when I shave and I sometimes get swelling around here and I've actually applied it, what I have noticed is a reduction, 1, in the swelling, and 2, in the inflammation. Now, this is not something that they actually market this product to do. I think they market its kind of sister version, the yellow one. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called like butter or something. But this actually does a pretty good job of that. I've seen some other reviews where people have actually had the same thoughts. Again, looking at its ingredient list, that is not surprising at all. Now, the one negative I would actually say about this product is that it stinks. And there's no way around it, right? This is something that's supposed to be good for all skin types, including sensitive, which again is a big umbrella term. It can something from acne, eczema, rosacea, all the way down to an intolerance to fragrance. Now, I'm just going to try and smell it again. Yeah, God, it smells like shaving cream, but like the ones that are kind of like eggs. But again, that's what's expected, right? If you've got a product which is suitable for all skin types, it has a lot of ingredients and it's at a cheap price point, do not expect it to be smelling like roses. But what I will say is that once it kind of absorbs into your skin and you kind of put on your moisturizer, you can no longer smell it. It's not like a smell where in the night you're like, I can't sleep. It's not one of those smells, honestly. And I actually have an increased sense of smell, so trust me, if it was that, I would not be talking about it here today. So I think that's pretty much everything I've got to say about this product. I do think it's honestly phenomenal. Just to kind of give you guys like a last example, of how well it's done me. So as you guys know, I did my chemical peel in December. And the first picture on the left-hand side is before the chemical peel. The second picture is after the chemical peel. As you can see, it's really lifted quite a few of the dark spots. In fact, it's lifted it considerably. And I actually got this product around the same time. So I actually started using it, and this was the results 3 weeks later. So as you can see, literally all of it is gone. That's actually this cheek, by the way. And now I've only got 2 dark spots, which I'm beefing at the moment. So, like, shout out to me with that kind of energy. And I can't use this at the moment because I'm using this to swear. But anyway, let me not deep dive into that. So again, I saw that in 3 weeks. Now, one thing that I really just want to say in terms of expectations, especially when dealing with hyperpigmentation. Hyperpigmentation takes anywhere from 3 weeks to 6 months to a year to even longer to solve. And I really want to be clear that everyone's skin is different, and everyone's skin heals and fades things differently. So just really bear that in mind. Again, the reason why I think, this was aided was by the chemical peel, but it still pulled through and, had its own results. But again, the chemical peel had really done like a lot of the heavy lifting. So just really kind of bear that in mind. I still do think it's phenomenal. Like I said, I've obviously had spots in between that time. And even though they've been quite faded or like quite minute, this has actually helped with that a considerable amount. If you go to their website, you can see their before, afters, or be proactive and use Twitter and search in and, faded my topicals, go in photos and see what other people are saying. If you guys believe that we're always doing ads, you can see what, the regular consumer is saying. And bearing in mind, I paid over $100 to get this shipped there. So believe me, if it was crap, I'm telling you guys it's crap, and there's no one that's going to put a gun to my head for it. So just kind of really bear that in mind. I think that's pretty much everything that I've got to say. Again, please do make sure to kind of subscribe, like, comment. If you've actually used the product and you want to share some of your views, please do so. Again, I always want to kind of create a community where even if we have different opinions, people are still able to share their experience. And that is everything. Again, I will just put its website down below, but if you live in the UK, you cannot purchase it. Again, your best option is to make sure that someone else buys it for you. If you are in Canada or you're in the US, you are essentially living the dream, so you can obviously buy it. If you want to, ship some to me, I particularly won't mind, because I've been rationing this like, poverty is chasing me, but, that's not the case. But clearly, I've got this much left. I think I've actually rationed it quite well, for like about 3-4 months of use. And I like the fact that it's this material, because basically when it gets near an end, like toothpaste, how you fold it up, like, the ghetto, like yeah, that's what I'm about to do. So yeah, but look, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Again, any questions, leave them down below. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.